I'm Dan Emmert, Regional Agronomy Lead with Advanced Agrilytics, and it's June 11th, and I found one of the few fields of mid-April planted corn that looks really good. We're at V11 right now, and I thought this gives us a really good opportunity to talk about the growth equation, which is photosynthesis minus respiration equals growth plus storage. And as we talk about producing a crop, that's something that we're keeping in mind every day. Let's start with photosynthesis. That's occurring in the leaves. We're trying to build this plant as big as possible, close the canopy, capture as much sunlight as possible, have this plant dark green with lots of chlorophyll to maximize that photosynthetic rate. Respiration is occurring overnight as that corn plant is taking that glucose and then turning it into energy to be used for growth and maintenance. And that's a good thing. I mean, it's necessary for growth, and we are never going to slow that down to zero. But when we have lots of stress and very hot nights, that respiration rate increases, and we use more of that glucose that was produced during the day. So we look at this equation. We've got photosynthesis occurring during the day. At night, respiration is using that energy for maintenance and to repair the plant. So we move to the other side of the equation. Anything that's left after respiration is going to be used to further growth, or it's going to be put into storage. As we look at this crop, at this field, we have had a lot of growth. We've had good drainage, we've had good GDU accumulation, we've got very good fertility, and as a result, we have a very large factory. So we've used a lot of this energy produced during photosynthesis for growth to get to V11. As we think about storage, we're going to split this plant and look at internodes 6, 7, and 8. And what we want to see is that these internodes are firm and moist and white. And that is telling us that these plants are full of sucrose. As we move up and we look at internode 8, you can see how it's kind of whitish. We'll use the term styrofoamy or pithy or cavitated. And what that means is that it's not full of sucrose. But right now, this plant is growing through its rapid growth phase. We are adding a ton of biomass every day. And so I would expect this to not be full as we look at a V11 plant. But as we think about the plant growth equation and Advanced Agrilytics agronomic strategy, this is where we can start to think about, are there products that we can apply now that are going to increase our photosynthetic rate or decrease our respiration rate so that we can conserve some of this energy and put it into storage so that when we get to R1, we have a greater amount of sucrose in that plant, which we know that greater R1 sucrose levels lead to better resiliency during grain fill and a better outcome on yield more often than not. To summarize this plant growth equation talk, we want to drive plant mass and leaf area, maximize that photosynthetic rate. We want to pull some levers to try and reduce respiration if we can, so that we have more sucrose left over for growth and storage. We know that greater sucrose at R1 gives us a better reserve. So as we go through grain fill stress, we can pull from those reserves and continue to fill those kernels rather than abort those kernels or lead to stalk quality issues or early maturity. And if we can do that, we can maximize yield. If you're interested in learning about some of our AIP tested products that we have seen to maximize photosynthesis and reduce respiration, or you just want to talk about more about this equation and some of our management strategies, reach out to your local PA.